What is going on YouTube? And shout out to all the TTM family that has joined us in today's live stream, guys. I had a very busy day. In fact, I didn't even get a chance to look at the market until 2 hours after the close. So good to come and see that CEI did very well on today's trading. Before we kick this one off, guys, can you please rush that like button? Want as many likes as possible, guys. We got 58 people watching currently, and it is only showing that we have 23 likes. So let's smash that like, guys. Now let's dive right in, guys. First stock I want to talk to you guys about is CEI. Now looking here at CEI, guys, as you can see here, straight during the trading day, CEI was seeing massive amounts of buying pressure, even hit a high $4.85. Okay, but right towards the end of the day, guys, we see some institutional pullouts. Most likely these had to be some halts. I'm not sure, guys. Just by looking at the screen, I would expect these to be some halts. I wasn't around to watch the market today, so I don't actually know how it played out. But just looking here, guys, you guys tell me, did this thing halt during the downtrends? I wasn't around to actually see it. Oh, so it was that. I expected that. Because if you think about it, guys, you see some uptrending like this in a full red candle like here. Obvious halt, downtrend. Now, reason being, guys, because of the massive amounts of sell orders that came into play in CEI during this time. Okay, they halted it. So let's take a look here, guys, at these key statistics really quickly. My boy Market Ninja has sent us a super chat. Market Ninja, if you do want to talk about a ticker or two, drop it down. Add it at Black Nicholson. He will relay that message just in case if you forgot to drop it. Now, looking here at these key statistics, guys, we are almost at 1 billion in volume, guys. Okay, that is huge. Now, from a share of hands, or you can type me in the chat, guys, are you still holding CEI? And if so, write the word yes in the live chat so I can know what people still doing as far as our challenge goes, guys, because you know this is our second trade. Now, me personally, since I wasn't actually around to watch the market and let you guys know, David just sent us a super chat. David, we will get to that one here very shortly. You are next up. Okay, I see a lot of people are still holding CEI. Bought in the after hours, $4.04. So people are still holding it. I see Prague and SDC. Freeman wants to talk about that. Freeman will be after David. Okay. Drew Peterson wants to talk about two stocks as well, guys. Okay, so we're going to handle those here pretty soon. We're going to talk about Market Ninjas right after we finish the CEI. Okay, but back to CEI, guys. Seeing this buying pressure and to see it being halted, let's see what really came about. So very high numbers on that large scale. On all three scales, guys, this is very, very high. Now, we see that all three levels did outpace the outflow. But if we take a look here at the pre-market, guys, it was somewhat of a flat pre-market, okay? So most of these numbers are accounted for that we really need to pay attention to. But with all that buying pressure building up, guys, we expected that large flow to see some type of movement going on. That was the institutions pulling out. Now, since they did pull that move, guys, CEI is still looking bullish for tomorrow's trading. Now, in the Discord, I know I spoke about the $3.80 was going to be my cash in, far as since I'm only holding on 80% left of my portfolio, not portfolio, but position here in CEI, guys. I told everyone in the Discord once we hit 380, I was going to sell 60% of that and hold on for the 20 for the ride. But by me not being around in the market or being around to see the price action, guys, I wasn't able to tell you guys to continue to hold. But it is nice to see that you guys actually did that. But in my case, guys, it was kind of a win-win because I didn't sell at the $3.80. And to come home and see how well it did, guys, put a smile on my face, okay? But moving forward, though, guys, this is a lot of movement. We do see a very high turnover rate, but that is okay. A lot of people are in the green here in CEI, so that is expected to happen, okay? But I do believe CEI will see another bull run. Now, anyone that is hoping to get in CEI during this time, guys, I would wait to the opening of the market, due to the fact that you want to see how the market reacts to each. You want to see how the market react to the opening share price here in CEI. So with that being said, guys, just wait until the market opens, because most of the time, guys, anytime we see a uptrend during that aftermarket and pre-market hours on a stock like this, it does show some selling at the open, okay? Doesn't mean it's going to sell off throughout the day, but it does show that. So you want to wait until then. My boy Ray Rilla, that is WSB options in the Discord, guys, in case you guys did not know. Now, we did get another super chat from Ray Rilla. Julian sent us a super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Julian. Claire Walters just sent us a super chat. That really does help a lot, guys, due to the fact that it shows the appreciation that you guys have for me. So I love to see that, guys. No one super chat will go unnoticed, okay? Now, let's look at who is next in this order. My freaking, hold on, guys. Gotta check out super chats. Okay, so first stock we're going to talk about as far as the super chat goes is for Ninja. He wants to talk about XOS. Okay, guys, XOS. Now, looking at XOS did see some selling pressure on the stock, and the selling pressure actually started during the pre-market. Now, prime example, guys, this stock was in an uptrend somewhat during the aftermarket hours the day before. Now, as you can see here in the pre-market, guys, this thing did see some selling pressure go on and saw a little bit more right at the open, okay? But as you can see here, this thing did try to fight back with some buying pressure. Most likely it was on the retail side of things, guys. But then we go to see this huge candle right here. A drop off, only 19,000 shares was moved around. But looking how this thing was trading, guys, and it did bottom out at $4.65, which was really close towards the close, okay? So this thing can see some more selling pressure on it tomorrow, guys. Now let's look here at the key statistics. As you can see here, the volume here was tremendous, okay? Very, very high. Low turnover rate with the range being in our favor. Let's take a look here at the analysis. We do not see any large-scale orders in the last 5 days whatsoever, but we do see some selling pressure on the medium and small, which indicates the retail investor, guys, like I was saying. But all in all, guys, we got to take a look here at this day chart just so we can see this thing is in a downtrend. Major downtrend, guys. A few little bumps here and there, but overall, guys, this thing is in a slump. Now, when you see a stock do this, it is always a time to buy and it is a time to sell. Now, in this situation, guys, I wouldn't be touching it just yet. We do want to see some upside movement before we commit to a stock like this, especially when it's in a downtrend the way that it is. But with that being said, guys, if you are in this stock, okay, you have a high cost average around this area, $9 and stuff like that, yes, this is the time to average down because that gap does look appealing for anyone that is in a type of situation like that. You do not want to be averaging down just because you're down 20 cents on the play or something like that, guys. You do want a significant dip to buy. Okay. Now, next stock we're going to take a look at here is APOP. Ninja wants to talk about APOP really quickly. Here at APOP. APOP is in a downtrend as well. Amanda just sent us a super chat. She wants to talk about Naked, Ater, and XELA. I have your back on that. Amanda, will not forget about you. Now, Black Nicholson, a lot of the super chats isn't showing. The last person I see is Freeman. So if you can, shoot me a text on those super chats that came before Freeman. All right, but yeah, thanks again, Amanda. That really does help. I do love the appreciation. Now, looking here at APOP, as you can see here, selling pressure on the stock day after day, but looking at the open here, $26 and the close being 21. Volume from the past days is high, but the last two, guys, it did come down a bit. Now, looking here at today's volume, as you can see here, it was under volume today. Just got another super chat, guys, from CJ. Wants to talk about DATS. I got your back, Deej. I got your back. Now, back to APOP. As you can see here, under volume. And if we look here at the 1 minute chart, the chart might just show it. Yes, it does. Very spotty trading, guys. It's a huge indicator that this thing was low on volume. But as you can see here, today's low being $17.02. Okay, with the high being $18.42. But if we look here at that turnover rate, guys, being 38% in a decline like this is very, very, very worrisome, guys. That does have me worried a little bit about APOP. But look here at this order flow distribution. We do see selling pressure on all three levels. Now, APOP does need some large scale movement to move into the stock to make a turnaround, guys. Now, if you take a look back at this day chart, now is levels that you want to keep an eye out on, guys, is that $16.44 levels. Okay, around that price. If this stock drops under that, guys, which I don't think it will, I do think it will bounce off those type of levels, but if it sinks under that, guys, this stock may find itself in a falling wedge. Okay, so but my prediction is that this thing is going to bounce off those prices, because we do see some huge support there at those type of levels, guys. Okay, now next super chat we got to get out the way, guys, and that is, hold on, let's check it out really quickly. Okay, my boy Freeman wants to talk about Prague here. Looking here at Prague, Prague saw some huge buying pressure on it, guys. Obvious huge buying pressure. But if we take a look here at today's 1 minute chart, so we can really see minute by minute how things is going, looks as though we were barcode and Betty for a few length of the day. Really towards the end we started to barcode Betty, but most of this buying came in waves. Okay, most of the buying pressure came in waves, cooled down here with some stagnant trading. Then this is where the selling came about, guys. But overall, this thing did see some nice buying pressure. But looking here at the volume, guys, is looking nice. That turnover rate is nice as well, a little bit high, but that range is concerning. All right, but if we take a brief look here, the order flow distribution, as you can see here, guys, order flow distribution, we do see some buying pressure on that large, medium, as well as small. But the big difference maker here today, guys, was that large. Okay, the large and the small together really pushed this stock up. Now, my prediction for tomorrow is a green day here for Prog, guys. I do think Prog can close anywhere from 10% gain tomorrow. Between 10 and 25% is the ideal range for Prog at the close tomorrow, guys. Okay, now next stock I want to talk to you guys about, and that is for my boy Freeman, SDC, Smile Direct. My boy Freeman wants to talk about Smile Direct. Now, if we take a look here at the day chart, guys, Smile Direct is in a downtrend. It is trending downward, guys. Now, huge volume days here, except for, well, it's getting lower, but once this thing first started with the huge volume, guys, it was pretty high. Okay, but we see this downtrend here, but it does have some nice support levels along the $5.12 range. Okay, so if this thing bounces off, if this thing touched that level, guys, and it bounces off, we may find SDC in a bull run here pretty soon. Now, if we take a look here at the key statistics for today's trading, as you can see here, we saw more volume than the average. 52-week high being $16, and we're closer towards that 52-week low. So anyone that is looking to get in the stock, if you assess risk versus reward on that factor, reward is in your favor. Okay, now looking there at that turnover rate, isn't nothing to worry about. The range isn't nothing to worry about as well. Nice low percentages. But back to this order flow distribution, as you can see here, we do see some large scale inflow. Okay, but far as the outflow, no movement. Now, medium as well as the medium as well did outperform the outflow, but that small, which is the retail investor, did show more selling than buying. Okay, now if we look back at the 1 minute chart really quickly, SDC, as you can see here, guys, right at the bell, this thing starts to see some downtrending. Okay, huge downtrends. But as you can see, right in the aftermarket, pre-market as well, did see some buying pressure in it. Okay, closing only down 7.24% isn't all bad, guys. Even though that we are in the downtrend, expect this thing to make a reversal here pretty soon. Estimated borrow fee is only 11.50%, so this isn't in the short squeeze talk whatsoever. Okay, now the next super chat we're going to handle, and that is my boy David. David wants to talk about FAMI. FAMI, guys. Now what we are looking at here is today's trading. Now we do see some very nice buying pressure on today's trading. Okay, very nice buying pressure. Got another super chat from my boy Dustin. Dustin wants to talk about Mmat. I got you back, Dustin. Don't go anywhere. All right. So, FAMI, guys. We do see some nice buying pressure, of course. Now, this thing was just getting hit right at the open. All right, getting hit from the uptrend that we saw here in the after and pre-market hours. But as you can see here, guys, this thing was just taking a dive. We do see some institutional pullouts that caused some selling pressure on the stock. Now, once that came down to a bottom, you're going to see institutional buy-ins all over this thing, guys. Okay, so they caused the selling pressure, and then they caused the buying pressure. So, looking here at how it closed is looking very good. We do see some very nice buying pressure on the stock. Now, what is giving me a huge flag symbol right now, guys, is how we saw the buying pressure come on this stock right in the beginning of the aftermarket hours. Okay, that is tremendous buying pressure, guys. Tremendous buying pressure. Trading along the VWAP currently. Take another look here at the order flow distribution. As you can see here, guys, we do see some selling pressure on the large, except this medium and the small. So the big retail investor, well, the big fish we like to call it, as well as the small retail investor, was buying up these shares left and right, guys. They are the one that caused the buying pressure here on the stock. But with that large outflow, we see here today, guys, was basically them actually trying to put selling pressure on this stock at the beginning of the day. Okay, so that being said, guys, I do believe this stock can see a green day tomorrow, but my expectation is to see this thing come down in the pre-market tomorrow. Okay, I do believe that this thing is going to see some selling in the pre-market by institutions, which is going to bring the price down a little bit and try to get people to sell it. Now, we just hit 200 viewers in this live stream, guys. I love it when we do that. Just got another super chat from my boy Kevin. Kev, I got your back. Please don't go anywhere, guys. We have a somewhat of a line of super chats we got to take care of, guys. We're going to take care of everybody in this video, so please stick with me, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way in, guys. It really does help a lot. Okay, got 119 thumbs up. That is awesome. Now back to FAMI. Yeah, so guys, expect a green day, but expect to see a volatile pre-market moving forward tomorrow. Now, the next stock my boy David wants to talk about is BIMI. Medical stock, guys. Now, huge candle. This thing shot up 20% in this 1 minute of trading. 359,000 shares was moved around on just in this minute alone on a day that only saw 2.61 million. Okay, so that is strange. Let's take a look here at order flow distribution really quickly. So most likely that could have been the medium scale really buying this stock. Let's take a look at what really went on. Okay, so an agreement acquired. So really nothing, no new news. But looking here though, seeing that huge candle, and it's stuck around the VWAP for quite some time, guys. So that is a good sign. But the only thing we have to consider here, guys, is like I said, looking here at this order flow distribution. All right, as you can see here, that outflow did surpass the inflows large, but it was a tight battle. But we seeing selling pressure on all three levels. Okay, is a indicator that this thing might be a bull trap. Okay, guys, this might very well be what we call a bull trap here in the stock market. So with that being said, guys, make sure if you jump on this stock to play it cautiously. Okay, you might see some slight buying pressure in the pre-market tomorrow, but it seems as though that can be washed out very quickly if this is in fact a bear trap. Bull trap in this case. Sorry about that one. Now, next stock we're going to talk about here, and it's from my boy Drew Peterson, guys. He wants to talk about ENSC. ENSC, we did see some selling pressure on the stock, close to closing at a 10% drop, total being 9.69% on the red. But if we look here, guys, pre-market, that is where the selling pressure actually started. But in the aftermarket, yesterday's aftermarket, we did see some uptrend. Okay, but looking here on today's trading, just selling pressure across the board. Just selling pressure across the board. Now, looking here at the 52-week high, as you can see here, guys, 52-week high is $23. Now, looking at the price that we see here, guys, has me concerned. Now, I don't know too much about this thing, so I have to actually take a look at these corporate actions and see if we did see any splits here in the stock. And no, we didn't. So, looking here at this day chart, let's see. Okay, falling back towards the support levels may show a indication to buy this stock here pretty soon. Support levels are around $2.95. Okay, we were pretty close to that during today's trading. If we take another look here at the 1 minute, getting close towards those levels, $3.07 is when we start seeing some buying pressure. So I have a good feeling that this stock does have huge support at the $2.95 range. Now, if we are bouncing back on this stock currently, expect to see a nice fat green day here coming pretty soon. If we take a look back at the order flow distribution here, the large scale orders is looking nice from the 4 days in the past, but we were seeing huge selling pressure by the small and medium guys, which was taking a huge hit here in the stock. Like as you can see here, guys, the deficit between these two small is quite large. Okay, so keep your eyes out on the buy levels here, guys. Do not rush into this stock just yet. You want to know when to buy and when to sell. And like I tell you guys all the time, it's always a time to buy and sell a stock. Okay. Now, next super chat we're going to take care of here for my boy Drew Peterson, guys. He wants to talk about BRN. Okay. A lot of new stocks you guys are out there pitting on my noggin. Okay, now this stock is looking good from what I see just off this day chart. Nice movement. We do see some support levels being built on the way up. Okay. Now let's look in the past further. We do see some nice volatile spiky days. Now let's take a look here at what's really been going on recently. Now this stock did open here on this day at $2.48, the high being $2.49. So basically the stock went straight down from where it opened, closing here at $2.27, which was the low. So a barrel down, and then this thing just started to pick up. Now on this day, guys, even though it's a red candle, it opened here at $2.78, but it did see a high $2.97. Now the close was pretty close, so we couldn't call this a bad day. But on today's trading, the 29th, we did see some nice buying pressure, as you can see here, guys. Shot all the way up to $3.24. But if we take a brief look here at the 1 minute, 1 minute chart is showing us some nice buying pressure. Okay, especially around 1:30 in today's trading, where we saw today's high. Now we do see some of these institutions playing games with us. Only 42,000 shares. Trading along the VWAP towards the close is a very good sign on this stock. Now we do see some buying pressure towards the end, but if we look here at the key statistics, as you can see here, the average volume here is only 479,000. Okay, with today's volume coming in at 1.69 million, which is a lot compared to the average. But looking there at the turnover rate, guys, we're going to see this turnover rate pick up as this stock pick up. All right, looking here at the estimated borrow fee, it's 51.75%. It can be a little bit higher if you want to put the hedge funds in a tight situation. But 51% isn't too high, guys, but it isn't a little bit. All right. Now, one thing you do have to note, let's go back to this day chart here. One thing you do have to note, guys, is that we did build up some support on this rally, though. So I don't think we will go to levels under, let's check it out here, under $2.51. But overall, I do think we will see a green day here in this stock. Okay. Now, the next super chat we got to take care of is for my boy Lucas. Lucas wants to talk about KPLT, and it looks as though, let me check it out, make sure no one else asked for it. KDLT for my boy Kevin. All right, I'm pretty sure he might be talking about KPLT. If you're talking about KPLT, Kev, correct me on that. But my boy Lucas wants to talk about KPLT, Catapult Holdings. Now, Catapult, as you can see here, guys, G. Washington just sent us a super chat. Thank you for all your work. I appreciate that a lot, Washington. It really does let me know you guys appreciate what I do here, guys. So I will continue to go hard for you guys. Not only that, guys, I will continue to teach you guys things in the stock market that a lot of people isn't aware of and isn't telling others. Okay, so we're here to teach, not preach, guys. So with that being said, I love all the support that you guys have been showing the channel. Not only that, in the Discord as well, guys. And everyone that is in the Discord before October 1st doesn't have to pay a monthly fee or any type of fee to be in the Wall Street Bet section. in TTM trading, guys. So everything will be free for you in the Wall Street Bets section, including the Wall Street Bets chat, the 1K to 100K challenge. Not only that, guys, the raffle and the sports section, guys. So nice perks, and you guys can talk to me personally anytime you need any help. But back to KPLT for my boy Luke. My boy Luke. Shout out to you, Lucas. It really does help, man. Not only that, KPLT here. Okay, this isn't the time to be panicking, guys. In fact, KPLT high was just $7.75. We're only sitting at $5.33, guys. If you think that is too scary, or if that's sending emotions through your body on a dip like this, guys, this isn't even average down type of dip. Okay, this type of dip, if you ask me, is more like a bump in the road. If you are at $7.75, which is quite high and unlikely for someone to catch it that high, and very unlucky. Now, if you're at that type of price, guys, $5.33 isn't your dip buying price. Okay, you want to buy this thing at like $4.90. If you can get lucky and catch $4.75, you will be fine. You take a look here and try to find some support levels. Well, we're showing nice support around the price that we are seeing here today, guys. So let's see what this stock do tomorrow. Now, my best guess that we will see a slight green day here. If we take a look here at the analysis on the order flow, as you can see here, guys, we see some selling pressure on that large scale, medium scale, but we do see some buying by the small. Not too much of a difference or a big difference maker here in KPLT. But if we look here at that 1 minute, as you can see here, the aftermarket saw some selling pressure. Not only that, we closed under the VWAP, which is a huge sign that we were going to see some selling pressure during the aftermarket. But as you can see here, this stock was in a uptrend during the pre-market, as well as a little bit in the during the aftermarket yesterday, and as well as a little bit in today's pre-market. But we did see some volatility go on, and towards the end of today's pre-market, that is where the selling pressure came on us. Now, as you can see here, KPLT started seeing some buying pressure right at that bottom of $5.54. But get this, guys, that wasn't today's low. Today's low was $5.31. Okay, now moving forward, looking at those key statistics, under volume today. Not only that, guys, a low turnover rate. This isn't anything to be panicking about. In fact, guys, like I said, if you were caught in that high $7 range, the recent high here, KPLT, I wouldn't even be worried about averaging down just yet. But if you are one of the most unluckiest people I ever came across, and you very close to this 52-week high, guys, you should have averaged down a long time ago. But not doing so worked in your favor. As you can see here, we're sitting at 533, but this thing is in an overall downtrend. But with that being said, KPLT will give you a chance to make money, guys. You just got to know when to buy it and when to sell it. Okay, now next stock I want to talk to you guys about, and this one is for Claire. Claire wants to talk about ADTX. ADTX is showing us slight buying pressure in the aftermarket, but this thing isn't seeing too much of crazy days, guys. Let's see. Okay, this stock is in an overall downtrend, of course. Recent low being $1.51, which is the 52-week low. We're currently sitting here at $1.72. So looking there at the 52-week high, if we assess risk versus reward, reward is in our favor, guys. We're pretty close to that 52-week low. Okay, now right away, once it hit that 52-week low, we did see this thing bounce up a little bit and maintain those type of share prices, and it's currently still hovering above the 52-week low. Okay, now take a look here at the analysis and see what's going on behind today's scene. We do see that large scale orders coming into play. Now, this thing can make a turnaround if we see some nice large scale movements coming in day after day. Okay, now if it wasn't for today's large scale deficit, this stock may have saw much more on the red side. Now, as you can see here, overall, this thing saw some selling pressure on all three: levels except the large. Well, all 2 levels except the large. The real main levels that we want to keep an eye out on in this type of stock, guys, since it is a very low free float, it's close to 1 million, guys, and you know anything under 1 million is considered a micro float. I'll tell you guys about that as well. But looking at that low float, what really will drive this stock up, guys, is the buying of the retail investor. Okay, now if we take a look here at the institutional holdings, we see that the institutions only own 2.96% of the shares outstanding. Okay, that's what they own of the shares outstanding, guys, and we do see a change. They actually shaved off some of that, but that's only 623,000 shares. Isn't much, guys. It isn't much for a institution. Now, my boy Special Ed 305 just sent us a super chat. He says, I agree with GW. Thank you and BN. I agree with GW and BN. I'm lost, Special Ed. Fill me in on that one. Fill me in on that one. And don't forget, guys, smash that like button on your way in here, man. It really does help the channel grow. Guys, we have over 200 and we're close to 250. These numbers I never saw here on the live stream, guys. You guys rock. In fact, guys, pretty soon the channel is going to be pretty big, guys, and I really do not forget the OGs that's been around here, guys. Like when you guys come in the comment section, my boy Eric just sent us a super chat. Shout out to you, Eric. We will get to you here in a second. But what I wanted to say to you guys, most of you guys that tend to comment a lot in the videos that I drop, guys, we basically know each other on a first name basis, guys, and I do not forget faces. G Washington. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Eric, we're gonna hit you upside the head with that FAMI analysis as well as that MKD. All right, but what we're looking at here is ADTX. Now, what I was saying about these institutions, guys, since they don't have a huge presence in the stock, this is a very great opportunity to get in this play as far as retail investors goes, so they can get their feet digged in first before the institutions, because once the institutions come into play and they create all that sway in the market, then they become the market maker here in this situation. Okay, now back to the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute, as you can see here, aftermarket saw some buying pressure, very spotty, not too much trading going on. As you can see here, guys, these spot trades, it's only 2,000 shares being moved around here. On this, only 20, guys, so that's why I call it spot trading. But all in all, this thing did see some selling pressure throughout the trading day, but buying pressure in the aftermarket, and it was under volume. Okay, 41% turnover rate, somewhat concerning, seeing as though that this stock is in a brief downtrend, just very brief, only 2 days. But to see that thing 41%, guys, I'm pretty sure this is people selling the stock, okay, that was actually up a few days ago, so they're not holding on it right now. So with that being said, guys, take what I told you and apply it to your trading. Okay, now if we start to see the retail investor pile up on this thing, guys, this thing can go pretty far, because it's only 1.33 million shares to go around. In fact, that isn't a lot at all when it comes to the retail investor, guys. So if this thing becomes a micro float, meaning not too many shares to go around, anything under 1 million shares is considered a micro float. On the free float side, guys, this thing will have, this stock can go up just off of supply and demand alone. Okay, supply and demand can push this stock up. Just look at that free float, guys. Now that can in fact cause a short squeeze as well. Now, a lot of people that love the short squeezes, guys, you do want to go after a very low free floated stock. Okay, guys, I don't understand why a lot of people like to go after these big old companies with 500 million shares in the free float, which is going to take a lot of money to buy those. But back to the topic at hand. I know you guys love when I say that. As far as ADTX, guys, like I was saying, all it needs is the retail investors' love. That's it. But shout out to Amanda. We're going to talk about her super chat requests, and she want to talk about Naked. Naked, guys. This stock here has so many funny memes around it. If you guys ever been on their Reddit page, total crazy stuff, guys. I'm telling you, they say so many things about Naked. Let's get naked, and like, man, you guys are fun, Steve. But I'm pretty sure we just got another super chat from my boy. Eric just dropped another bomb on us. Eric dropping bombs out the sky. MDE just sent us a super chat with a super sticker. Sneak peeking. Shout out to you, MDE. Really appreciate it. And for those that isn't in the Discord, I'm gonna tell you again, guys, we are letting you in free until October 1st. If you're in there before October 1st, you will have access to me, as well as the 1K to 100K challenge and 15 trades or less, may I add, as well as the other perks that comes with it, guys. The giveaways, the raffles, the Super Bowl pools every weekend, which you can win something from the Wall Street Bet store of your choice, as well as, guys, you will get a free ticket in the raffle. In case you guys do not know, we are raffling off a MacBook Pro. Okay, tickets are $25. If you want to get a ticket, all you have to do is, it's in the description in yesterday's video. I don't know if it's in the live stream, guys, but yes, and we're giving away that MacBook on Thanksgiving, guys. It's Thanksgiving MacBook, okay? Now, just got another super chat from my boy Ryan Mack, guys. In case you guys don't know him, he's around all the time, guys. In fact, Ryan is always in the comment section showing love, showing support. So shout out to you, Ryan, as well as the Discord. You sound tired is big. Appreciate the hard work. Thanks a lot, Ryan, man. I really do appreciate that, guys. When I say I keep a tight schedule, well, today was something else. Left my phone at home, and guys, just went wild after that. Okay, and came home 2 hours after the close, and to my surprise, while I was gone, guys, away from my phone, not able to keep in contact with the market, as well as the Discord members, guys, I was in panic, like, oh my God, I hope CEI doesn't tank. I hope they do not panic sell. I hope Black Nicholson is over there holding it down, which he has been. I appreciate you, Black Nicholson. But when I came back home, guys, and saw that thing up, man, and I see how everyone is still holding it after you guys dropped yeah in the chat. Bravo, guys. Bravo. You guys aren't just taking the plays, guys. You guys are learning as we go on, guys, and that is my true goal here. Now, shout out to Amanda, we're finna take care of you right this second. Okay, now, Naked Amanda. Now, what we see here, guys, a lot of people was talking that Naked brand stuff once this thing shot up, guys, but we all know retail rally, guys, and they don't last long. Now, what can happen, though, the situation you can find yourself here in Naked is a swing trade frenzy. Okay, a swing cycle frenzy, guys. Now, it isn't showing any signs of a swing cycle just yet, seeing as though that we close at a low here. Okay, as you can see here, we opened during today's trading 80 cents. The high was only 81 cents, though, guys, with the low being 68 cents. Okay, now the volume the day before was 377 million. Okay, the day before that was in the 300s as well. The day before that, 225. So during this rally run, volume was hitting heavy. Now we see some heavy volume as well, but that is on the selling side. As you can see here, large scale orders was outperformed. The outflow did outperform the large scale orders. Not only that, the medium did as well, and the small. Okay, so looking at that, this thing did see some selling pressure across the board. It was huge in volume today. Turnover rate 26%. So people were hopping out that were in the green today. Not too high though, guys. Nothing to panic about, like this thing is going to see a 20% drop tomorrow. But looking here though, guys, right away. Now let's see this stock. Oops, I hate when this thing does that. This stock, guys, did see some slight buying pressure in the pre-market towards the open of the pre-market, guys, but right away hit those brakes on us. Okay, this first minute of trading, we saw 6 million shares being moved around, guys. So with that being said, a lot of people had some sell orders already put in, guys. A lot of people, and we're talking the retail guys. The retail investors did have some of those shares ready to sell, guys. So stocks like this, even though it's going up, guys, and it doesn't have a very sound foundation as far as the fundamentals go behind it, or a very good outlook on the company as a whole. Just got another super chat from Drew Peterson. Drew Peterson be killing it, bruh. Drew Peterson be killing it. OTRK. I got you, Drew. Don't go anywhere, guys. And like I've been telling you guys all the time, you guys know what I'm about to say. I'm about to check out those thumbs up. Come on, guys. I know we're stronger than that. WSB family. Where them easy seats and slam that thumbs up, guys. Come on, man. We got 267 people watching and only 167 thumbs up, guys. I know you guys can do better than that. Let's push this thing past 200. We even got a thumbs down, guys. In case you guys do not know, thumbs down is just as good as a thumbs up because it triggers the YouTube algorithm and it shows that we are getting engagement. In other words, guys, you think you are harming us. In fact, you are helping us. But looking here, though, guys, you guys pushing that like button. I know you guys are. But back to this, though. Looking here at Naked Brand, like I was saying, guys, people had them sell orders right in at the beginning of the day. Reason why we don't see a huge one right here, guys, huge candle, is due to the fact that a lot of people buy orders didn't go through, so they had to scramble. But if we take another look here at the analysis, my boy Master Blaster, I knew you was coming through, bruh. Master Blaster wants to talk about Ater, Alpha Tango, Echo Romero. Well, you guys hit me with these tongue twisters, man. These tongue twisters, but look, I want you guys to look at this order flow distribution. Man, guys, look at that order flow distribution. I want to look at the day chart with this. That order flow distribution isn't in our favor whatsoever. All you Naked Brand guys out there. Now, here on the 27th, which actually we saw a huge green day, 21%. We did see a large scale deficit. So that lets us know the retail investor was pushing this thing up on this day. Okay. Not so much on this day, but we do see that large scale winning. As well as today, we see a large scale deficit. Okay. We see selling pressure on all three levels, especially that small and medium, guys. We do not like to see that in a stock that is seeing a retail interest. Okay, this has retail investor interest in it. Not too many institutions are flocking to this stock because, as you can see here, they only own. This is what they only own. 68 institutions, of course, but only 4.87 million shares, guys. Isn't a lot. Okay. Now, even though this thing does see a high free float, guys, at the price of the shares, that can easily come down pretty fast. But like I was saying, guys, by this stock not being in the limelight, a lot of people don't know what a Naked Brand is. Okay, it's not going to catch too much attention. When the memes was running, this was running, of course, a few other BlackBerry, Nokia, but only the strong survive, guys. And so far, the strong has been GME. The strongest is GME. Sorry about that, guys. Had someone at the door. Pizza man. Forgot about that pizza. In fact, take a look here at the live chat. See what you guys talking about. I know you're like, where did this guy go? But I am back, guys. Now, like I was saying with Naked Brand, it is losing the retail interest as of now, guys. You see this downfall behind mostly of the retail investor. So with that being said, you guys watch out for this stock. I would not be buying it just yet. We want to see this stock start seeing some retail buying, okay, more buying than selling by the retail investor, and then this stock can be on a turnaround. But on our way up to that 94 cent, we did not build any support, guys, so it was expected to fall. Now, next stock I want to talk to you guys about is Ater. Once again, shout out to Amanda. This is her request, guys. Ater, see you later, Ater. Now, guys, this isn't anything to be worried about. Like I was telling you guys, this thing can form a double bottom here. Now, seeing as though we didn't creep lower than $9.14 on today's trading is a huge indicator, guys. It's a huge indicator. Now, if we can bounce off that $9.14, this thing is going to see a massive bull run to the upside, okay? Looking here at the volume, as you can see here, the volume was under volume today. The turnover rate being 43% is somewhat concerning to see that this stock is in a downtrend and people are cashing in gains. Okay, meaning this has to be people that has a cost average under 9, what we see here today, basically. They have to have a cost average under today's open as well as the high. Okay, so that is concerning, guys. Now, that can just mean that they are losing faith in this stock. They believe that it's going to go south, and that tends to have a snowball effect. Okay, the stock is getting lower, retail interest is fading away. Okay, now that is something we do not want to see, so we want to keep our eyes out on the volume as well as the order flows distribution small scale. Okay, as you can see here, we see selling pressure on that small, medium, and large, all three levels, guys, but we really want to pay attention to that small. Okay, that's what we really want to pay attention to. If we look here at the institutions, own a nice chunk, close to 30% here. Now, they do have a nice presence, meaning they are anything over 50% ownership percentage as far as these institutions goes, guys. They are the market maker in that actual stock, okay, because they hold the majority of the shares. They can drop the price and raise it pretty fast if they accumulate more shares. Okay, so when we see that thing over 50%, the buying and selling of the stock is magnified. Now, I do believe, let's take a look here back at these key indicators on the day chart. Let's take a look here at the 1 minute chart. We already know this thing, huge selling pressure on the stock throughout the whole day. Now, my expectations for tomorrow, guys, back to this day chart, I do want to see us test that $9.14 level. And if we test those levels, guys, and bounce back, this thing is, like I said, going to see some major upside. Boy, Jonathan, man, what's your current thoughts on AEHL? I got you, Jonathan. Do not go anywhere. We have a list, a nice long line, guys. You people are rushing the super chats, and I appreciate it a lot. But back to Ater, guys. Yeah, so my expectations for tomorrow is I hope we can challenge that and come down to $9.14. Challenge that and bounce, okay? I don't want to see any sideways trading just yet. I want to challenge that support level because I strongly believe that is where the huge buy pressure from the retail investor, and we're going to see some institutions kicking up their buying pressure as well. Now, the next stock we're going to talk about is another Amanda's request. Shout out to you, Amanda. Really do appreciate the super chat. Looking here at today's, the volume was under volume by a lot today, guys. A huge drop off in volume, but the turnover rate was okay. Turnover rate was okay. Nothing to be concerned about here. But looking here at that free flow is still high here in XELA. Let's take a look here at this order flow distribution for today. We do see some selling pressure on the large, medium, as well as the small. All three levels, guys, saw some selling pressure here today. Let's take a look here at the 1 minute really quickly. Oops, I hate when it does that. The selling pressure that we see here today, guys, you do see a lot of barcode embedding due to the fact that it was under volume today. So that is expected, guys. But the selling pressure that we saw here isn't too concerning. We do see a green aftermarket. So let's just see what happens in the pre-market. That is going to be the tail sign for XELA tomorrow. Okay, now the next stock we're going to talk about for my boy CJ out of Canada. He wants to talk about TRCH. You guys know we made the major buy alert for TRCH the aftermarket of the IPO. Okay, we saw that red day, guys. Put the major buy alert out on this stock. And man, guys, man, we should have started this challenge a while back ago. We would have been so much ahead of schedule. But as you can see here, guys, since then, this stock just has been outperforming the market. Now, we did hit that $18 today, guys, which is the new 52-week high. But that got reversed here pretty quickly. As you can see here, we do see some buying pressure in the aftermarket. But as you can see here, the buying pressure was just tremendous on the stock, trading sideways through yesterday's aftermarket and today's pre-market. Right at the open, guys, we were seeing huge buying pressure, went all the way up to $18.50, and that is where the selling pressure began. Okay, now seeing as though we are up in the aftermarket hours, and we take another look here at the day chart, guys, this thing may find itself in a swing cycle. We did not build any support levels on our way up here, guys, so we do want to see these red days here. I am fine with that, because if we uptrend tomorrow, that is just a level of support we just had created, and we don't have to worry about dropping off too much. Okay, so the day chart is looking very, very, very good. Order flow distribution, as you can see here, high large movement, as well as medium and small, guys. But we do see the medium and the small, as far as the inflow, outperforming the outflow. Now, what's caused us some selling pressure is that outflow, guys, which caused the retail investors to lock in some gains on the downtrend. Probably was buying this stock on the way up. Okay, turnover rate was high, 311%, something we don't see too often here at TRCH. Like I was telling you guys, this is an investment. Okay, but this thing is moving more like a trade, how it is just shooting up in price, guys. Now, the next stock I want to talk to you guys about, shout out to Ray Rilla. What do you think about COG? Take a look here at COG, Ray Rilla. In fact, guys, in case you guys do not know, Ray Rilla is WSB options, guys. If you need any option plays, or if you want to know some insight on a certain stock options, holla at him in the Discord. But as you can see here, guys, nice day chart I'm seeing here, right? Nice day chart. If we look here, let's see, go a little bit further back. Yes, this stock is in a very good position. Very good position, setting its 52-week high on today's trading. Now, if you take a look here at the 1 minute chart on this puppy, we do see some buying pressure, guys. We shot up to 23.10, and that is where we start seeing some selling pressure on the stock. See some institutional pullouts here as well. And we're currently seeing a red aftermarket. Now, my expectations on this stock is a green one tomorrow, guys. If you look here at that volume today, the volume was huge volume. Turnover rate is nice and low, like we love it. Not only that, guys, that range is looking appealing too for tomorrow's trading. So this might be a good day trade for tomorrow, even though this does look like a nice investment type of stock, guys, the way it is moving. But this thing did build some support around the $19 level, so if you can get this stock anywhere around then, that is where you want to be buying it. Now, a stock like this is going to see a cool off here pretty soon, guys, so I wouldn't be chasing this thing just yet. Okay, you want to wait till it cool down to buy in. Now, low estimated borrow fee, so this isn't a short squeeze target whatsoever. Stocks that tend to move slowly but surely doesn't have a high estimated borrow fee whatsoever, guys. Next super chat we're going to handle, guys, is my boy Dustin. Before we handle that, guys, I'm going to check and see how many thumbs up we got on this video. We got 196 thumbs up, guys. I know we can do better than that. I know we can do better than that, guys. So smash that like button. Push those thumbs up for me. Yo, Black Nicholson, I'm having a connection problem on my phone, buddy. I think it's back to normal. Let me check it. No, I'm still having a connection problem on the phone, Black Nicholson. So can you please text me any new super chat that comes across? Thank you for that. But what we're looking at here is COG, that low. Like I was saying, guys, this isn't a short squeeze target whatsoever. But now it's time to look at MMAT. MMAT did see some selling pressure on today's trade, but not too much. Only dropped 7.89%. But if we look here, guys, this stock is on a slow but gradual rise in price. Let's take a look here at today's volume. Today's volume was higher than the average. Low turnover rate, but a high range. Let's take a look here at order flow distribution. Order flow distribution, we do see that large scale as far as the inflow go. Now, looking here at the outflow, no movement whatsoever, so that was a good sign. But if we look here at that small outflow, guys, it did outperform the inflows. Not only that, the medium did the same thing, so the retail investor did do some selling here. Take a look here at the 1 minute. As you can see here, guys, the downtrend is here. We see those institutional pullouts using that medium on us. But as you can see here, guys, $6.55 was today's high. We do see this thing being sold. Closing under the VWAP, we're currently seeing 1.22% gain in the aftermarket. Now, my prediction for this stock is a green one tomorrow. I do believe this thing can be trading around $6.10 being the floor, guys, with the high being $6.70. Anywhere between that range, I do believe this stock will be closing tomorrow. Now, the next stock I want to talk to you guys about is KDLT. Is that even KDLT? I'm pretty sure my man's wanted KPLT. Catapult for my boy Kevin. Kev wants to talk about Catapult, guys. As you can see here, Catapult. So, yeah. Catapult. Talked about it once today, guys, but I'm going to refresh your memory. Okay, we do see some slight buying pressure in today's pre-market, but that was washed away, and that is where we started to see some selling pressure on the stock. Okay, throughout the whole day, we saw some selling pressure right at the open, and then we started to see some buying pressure, but that reversed pretty quickly, guys, and we actually closed here at $5.33, with the low being $5.31, guys. So that isn't looking good whatsoever. I do believe Catapult can see some more selling pressure, but we do have to pay attention to that large scale. We need that inflow to make a flip. We need the inflow to start outperforming the outflow here as soon as possible. Now, we do see some buying on the small scale, but as far as the medium go, we were outperformed. So that can be the institutional investor using some of that medium scale orders to push the stock down. Now, looking here at today's volume, being under volume, guys, back to the day chart, like I was telling you guys, we do see some good support here. All right, now I'm not saying this thing can't see some more downside, guys, but it is looking as though we see some good support here. So we most likely will see a green day here in Catapult tomorrow, guys. Keep this on your watch list if you're not in the stock. Okay, now next stock we're going to talk about here for Eric. Eric wants to talk about FAMI. FAMI saw huge buying pressure on the stock today, as you can see here. We do have a gap to fill, guys. If we shoot past this gap just on a 1 day of trading, which we were close to doing that, this stock is going to come back down. Okay, now seeing today's trading, 767 million shares during the trading day was moved around today, but today's total volume being 792 million shares being moved around. That is a lot, a whole lot of shares, guys, being moved around. If you look here at today's turnover rate, guys, it wasn't high for this stock to shoot up 41% during the trading day. Yes, that's 200, but 41%, I can live with that. But as you can see here, the large scale orders in the last 5 days is heavy. Okay, even though that we see the outflow out surpassing the large inflow, due to this huge rise in price, guys, that is expected to happen. Okay, of course, the institutions are going to lock in some gains, but as you can see here, small and medium was being bought by the retail investor today, guys. So with today's volume being as high as it was, I do believe this stock will see some retail interest tomorrow as well, and we should be closing between 10 and 25% on the close here in FAMI, guys. Now, the next stock I want to talk to you guys about, MKD, which is one of Eric's requests. Don't forget, guys, smash that like button. As you can see here, buying pressure, but the aftermarket is seeing some slight selling on it. Let's take a look here at the 1 minute. Okay, guys, right towards the end of the day is where we were seeing huge buying pressure on the stock. Okay, huge buying pressure. In fact, we closed at a key on a nice green candle on a slight uptrend. That is very nice. Once we started to see this buying pressure in the beginning of the day, guys, these institutional pullouts came to play, caused some selling pressure. We shot under the VWAP, but which was a huge indicator, guys, is that we didn't go in a downtrend. In fact, we picked it back up and started trending along the VWAP. And here goes another institutional drop, but it didn't work, guys. We started to see some buying pressure now. And seeing how we closed with this key, guys, I'm pretty sure that MKD will see a bull run tomorrow. I'm not saying we're going to see that 23% type of gain, but I'm pretty sure this thing can close with like 6%, especially if we see that type of volume. Okay. Okay, the next stock I want to take a look at is one of Drew Peterson's requests. As you can see here, Drew wants to talk about OTRK, part of the NASDAQ. Now, this stock is already beat down, guys. As you can see here, 52-week low being $99.36, which we set that 52-week low on the 27th of this month. Okay, that is where we set that 52-week low. But as you can see here, guys, 52-week high being $99.89. Okay, that is a huge difference. Okay, huge difference from that 52-week high. If we zoom out here on the day chart, guys, you do see why. We see those huge gaps in trading. Okay, now seeing as though that this stock is beat down, this stock does have to make a turnaround here pretty soon, or we can see another step down. Okay, now analysis is telling us on the order flow distribution side of things that we do see some large scale outflow surpassing the inflow by 7 whole points. The medium saw some selling pressure, except the small. The small kept us alive here in the stock. This thing was under volume today, only 301 shares being moved around, but the average volume isn't high either, guys. This free float is ideal for a institution, not an institutional push, but a retail push. You can see here, it's only 8.26 million shares in this stock to go around, guys. So if the retail interest continues to be high above the outflow, and people continue to hold their shares, because as of now they are, guys, Only 1.61% gain. Okay, not too many people are selling this thing fast. People are actually holding it. Now, if people continue to buy and hold this stock, and that low free float, this stock should be at least gapping up to $30 here pretty soon. Okay. Now, next stock we're going to talk about, Master Blaster wants to talk about Ater. ATER. We just spoke about Ater not too long ago. Master Blaster, I know you was here. I don't know if you want to talk about that one again. But a different stock we can talk about here is AEHL, Antelope, guys. Antelope, which this is our last super chat. No one has sent any more, guys, so I will be able to go down the chat section and see what everyone else wants to talk about. But if we take a look here on Antelope's order flow distribution, we do not see any large scale movement in the last 4 days. Okay, now looking here at the small and medium, guys, they did surpass the outflow. Now we got to take a look here at the 1-minute chart really quickly. You should see some slight buying pressure in the pre-market. Okay, after hitting that low and shooting up, we'll see some slight buying pressure in the pre-market. Nothing fancy, but this thing is very low in the volume. That's the only thing Antelope is missing, guys, is the volume. As you can see here, today's volume was only 271,000 shares, with the average volume being 1.61 million. That is a huge difference. Now, that is the real reason why this stock hasn't gotten its footing right and start to see some bull uptrends. Okay, now once the volume picks up in AEHL, I do think things will turn around. It will catch people's attention because AEHL, if we take a look here at the day chart, seeing how this stock moves up and down, guys, I do believe the next uptrend is going to be a huge candle coming into play. And a loop. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Give me 3 minutes. That's all I need. It's 3 quick minutes. Alright guys, I'm back. Take care of something really briefly. Let's make sure everything is still going. Just got a new super chat from, let's see, my God, so those are all, let's see here. But Antelope, what we were saying about Antelope, next stock I want to talk to you guys about. Putting that in my phone. Next stock I want to talk to you guys about, and that is, let's take another look here at, we already talked about CI. Let's look at Nrvo. Nrvo is still moving slowly, but we do see this thing in downtrend, guys. Like I was telling you, I put out the alert on this stock, guys. It is going to move slow. Okay, so don't expect this thing to move pretty fast. Now, as you can see here, from this uptrend, we did see a slight pivot downward, then another uptrend. Okay, guys. Now, seeing as though that this thing is in a overall uptrend since this spike, overall downtrend since this spike, guys, we do have to watch our buying on this, guys. You do not want to buy it at the wrong time. So, with that being said, depending on your cost average, this isn't the time to be averaging down or up. For instance, if you bought in at $4.35, I wouldn't even average down just yet, guys, because this stock should bounce back past those levels. As you can see here, the 52-week high is $7.61, and 52-week low being $2.70. So risk versus reward is in our favor here for Nrvo. Now, guys, Nrvo. Now, the next stock I want to take a flash look at is Ocgn, guys. We are expecting that news here any day now. Now, Ocgn did follow the market on those red days that the market saw here, guys. So that was expected here in Ocgn. And since they constantly continue to postpone that announcement, this was expected, okay? A postpone of the announcement should bring the stock down, guys, and we all know that, okay? So what I want to look at now is Recore, guys. Recore systems. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about me having to leave, guys. Just a lot going on right now. But as you can see here, guys, 7.3% in the drop on today's trading. But unlike a lot of other stocks, guys, Recourse didn't see the drought when the market was a sea of red. Okay, like I was telling you guys, this is an investment and not a trade, guys. You want to hold this thing for long term. Now, looking at today's high, $12.07. We closed here at $10.97. Now, if we look here at the 1 minute chart for Recourse, we were above the average volume. Now, Recourse didn't see too much crazy candles on this play. We do see a couple. But as you can see here, guys, we did see this thing spike up in price, $12.51 during the pre-market hours. So, let's take a look here at the aftermarket really quickly, guys. Closing under the VWAP, we do see some very, very nice green candles here in the aftermarket. Few little spotty trades here and there. Today's turnover rate was 5.81%. Okay, range is only 10.85%, guys. That is what we like to see, and that is ideal. Now, if we take a look here at the analysis, trying to check out. Let's see if I can see it here. Okay, the newest. We do have a new BLTC and IPW from. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about IPW really quickly. iPower. Okay, looking here at iPower, this is a super chat request. iPower, as you can see here, guys, under volume today. Very low volume type of trading stock. As you can see here, only 672 shares was moved around. Today, the 52-week high here is $10, and we did set the 52-week low here, guys. If you take a look here at the day chart, that is somewhat concerning on a under volume day. That is very concerning. If we take a look here at the analysis really quickly, check out that order flow distribution. We do see the large scale orders in the last 5 days showing strength on the outflow. Okay, showing strength and showing its presence. Looking here at the medium and small, guys, we were outperformed by the outflow on all 3 levels today. So, obvious sign of selling pressure. So, that 537 shares that was moved around today was mostly selling pressure. But seeing as though we just hit the 52-week low today, guys, you want to keep your eyes out on this thing throughout the pre-market, because this thing can be making a bounce back after hitting its 52-week low. Now, that isn't a guarantee, guys. In fact, some stocks tend to trend even lower, okay, and continue to set lower 52-week lows, guys. So if you are in the stock, and let's say you got a cost average somewhere around $7 or something, which a lot of people doesn't, guys. If you got a cost average around $7, they've been holding on it for a while. But if you're up in the $5 range, guys, I would suggest to average down now on the 52-week low. Okay, average down on the 52-week low. But if you're trying to jump in this thing and go all big, guys, just sit back and wait till we see the turnaround as far as the volume goes, guys. Now, my expectations on this thing is to slowly and surely show gains throughout the day, guys. Throughout the rest of the week, we should see slow movement forward. So, with that being said, guys, play this one smart and do not play it loosely. All right. Next stock we're going to talk about here pretty quickly is BLCT, guys. BLTC. Did I get that right? BLCT. BLCT. Blue City Holdings. Let's check out Blue City Holdings, guys. Blue City did see some buying pressure today, but if we look here at the aftermarket, already gave back 4.83% of the 10.33% we gained today. The average volume was only 181,000 shares. That is low, guys, but the volume that came in here today was close to being 10 times the average. So as far as volume go, it was nice. Looking here at that 5% turnover rate, isn't too shabby, but that range percentage does have me worried. Now, looking here at the large scale orders the last 5 days, far as today go, guys, is when we did see some movement go on. Okay, 4 days prior to this, we didn't see any going on whatsoever. And looking here at the medium scale, the outflow was huge. Not only that, guys, the small was a very tight battle with the outflow surpassing the inflow. Okay, so back to the 1 minute chart. Let's check out what happened on these 1 minute candles. Ooh, huge buying pressure on the fourth quarter of trading here, guys. As you can see here, shooting up very fast from $3.07 all the way to $3.79. Okay, guys, we do see some huge candles, 100,000 shares being moved around here, 125 here, guys. And towards the then, when we were closing at the end of the day, guys, that is where we start to see some selling pressure. But what do you expect when you see a quick and high rise like we see here? Looking here at the aftermarket hours, guys, we are already down 4.83%. Now, a play like this, guys, you do want to keep your eyes out on this one in the pre-market as well, because if this thing starts to swing during the pre-market, this thing will see a run, guys. I mean, like, if you start seeing buying pressure coming to this thing during the pre-market, like right away, it goes down to like 1%. We go down, only down 1%, guys. This thing can see some buying pressure. Now, let me check these super chats in the comment section here really quickly, guys, and see what you guys are saying. Okay, just checking, see what you guys are talking about. But yeah, though, Blue City may see some more green tomorrow, guys, if this thing starts to see some buying pressure pour in. Now, looking here at this low estimated borrow fee, it isn't high whatsoever, so that talk is out the window. But looking here at AMC really quickly, guys, AMC did what everyone said it wasn't going to do, especially all the AMC shareholders, guys. We hit $34 in today's aftermarket. Okay, like I was telling everyone that watches the channel, AMC volume is getting lower and lower. Now, a lot of people want to account that for the dark pool trading, but you have to take this into consideration, guys. On this day, we saw 757 million shares being moved around on this day alone of trading. So most of that, guys, was retail buying. The retail investor was buying on this day, guys, and most of it was them. We know this day right here when AMC shot from $37 all the way to 72 and even hit 77 the following pre-market, guys. AMC, most of this was retail investor buying. Okay, now we know for a fact the hedge funds didn't return any shares on this day, guys. In fact, they did borrow shares at the $65 mark the very next day. Okay, very next day, guys, they borrowed shares at $65. Now, seeing that high 757 million shares on a day like this, and it opened at 37 and shot all the way up to 72, guys, AMC apes were paying and buying those shares at a higher price than what we see here today. Now, if we account 60%, if we take off 60% of that, even though that we know 60% of this day of trading wasn't hedge funds, if we take the 60% that everyone is saying being traded in the dark pool, AMC volume should be higher than 43 million. Okay, guys, as you can see, the average was just 48. But if we look here on today's 42, Yesterday's was 39, guys. Day before that, 31 million, 32 million. So AMC is seeing a lot of the volume from the retail investor. Okay, we're seeing a lot of that volume go away. Now, as you can see here, guys, the outflow did surpass the inflows small scale, and we have been seeing that day after day here, guys. Every day that we cover AMC, guys, this is always the case. Now, all three levels did outperform the inflow today. Now, my expectations for AMC tomorrow is another red day, guys. We have been calling this for the last 2 weeks now, guys. AMC is headed towards $29. If anyone is saying anything different, guys, please shun them right away, guys, because we know for a fact, and we saw the orders coming in, at $28, they did buy back some of the shares and bleed it back to the lender. Okay, and then once we hit, and we instantly went up to $37. Okay, we went from $28 to $37 in 3 days of trading, guys. And then once we hit that $29, guys, the uptrend was real and went all the way up to $51. So with that being said, guys, we know for a fact at $29 is the buy point for AMC, so you can take a quick ride up, guys. If you're not in AMC, you want to get in it at $29. Okay, that is where you want to be at, guys. I wouldn't touch this thing until then. All right, now let's check out the next live. The next super chat was my boy AJ Alfred. AJ Alfred wants to talk about NCNA. NCNA. No, NCNA did see some buying pressure at that 17. I'm pretty sure that had to be some pre-market. Looking at that candle, not to my surprise. Yeah. We do see some buying pressure during pre-market. Let's see. Yeah, we see some buying pressure, slight buying pressure, but not too much to brag about. But if we look here during the trading day here on the stock, guys, this thing did shoot up during the aftermarket. That is where most of the buying pressure came about. We do see some buying pressure in the pre-market as well. So this thing does have buying pressure that isn't accounted for in the order flow distribution, guys, because they do not take account for that during the pre and aftermarket hours. But looking here at the small, guys, it was outperformed by the outflow during the trading day, but we do see that inflow outperforming the outflows during the trading day, guys. Now let's zoom out and check out these key statistics. We see those institutional pullouts, guys. You can't hide from us. One is here, 768,000 shares was moved around on this date. Okay, on that minute actually. But towards the end of the day, we hit that bottom, $2.64, and then we started to see some buying pressure come on us, guys, hitting that $2.88 before it all gave out. And during this aftermarket, guys, as you can see here, we're down only 2.52%. Looking here at the high volume that we saw here today, it would be my idea on this thing. We're going to see a green day due to that high volume. And not only that, guys, seeing here at this range, it's only 24.47%. But if we look here at this day chart, this thing made its next leg up, obviously. Okay, so I do believe we will see a swing cycle. Okay, I do believe a swing cycle is going to be in effect. I do think we will see a green day tomorrow that should push us above the $33.22. Okay, guys, just because we're down 2.52% doesn't mean anything, guys. Just checking out your guys' what you saying in a live stream, guys. I got to be aware. Now, I just want to give a brief before we continue on with this ticker, guys. Like I've been telling you, in case you guys wasn't here already, October 1st is the day that the Wall Street Bet section in TTM will become a paid section, guys. It will cost $10 to be a part of the Wall Street Bet section. That includes the 1K to 100K challenge in 15 trades or less. That includes the WSB chat. That includes the raffles and the football pools that we have every week, guys. So if you're already in the Discord, guys, you do not have to worry about paying any monthly membership moving forward from here on out. In fact, guys, you will get a badge that no one else will have moving after October 1st. So that's another perk you guys will have. Not only that, guys, you get to talk to me for free. So with that being said, guys, make sure you get over to that Discord as soon as possible, okay? For October 1st, you should be good, okay? Now back to NCNA, guys. As you can see here, like I was saying, this thing pushed this next leg up on a huge high volume trading day. Now, anytime days come out like this, they do have some news on the stock, and we do see fast track destination for U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So, there's your losses. See what? Not this one. We don't like. Seeking Alpha isn't too good. Let's see. Here, Q1 results in that's exactly midday markets jump. Looking here, guys, the U.S. has the highest number of coronavirus cases and deaths in the world, reporting a total of, you see the numbers. Now, they're not giving us too much. They're just giving us statistics on that. But we want to check out this stock. Got a boost, shooting 23% to $2.91 today. The FDA granted fast track destination for NCNA for the first line treatment of patients with advanced biliary tract cancer. So that is good news, guys. Anytime the FDA grants you anything, you're going to see some buying pressure. Now, the reason why I believe that this thing is going to see a swing cycle, guys, is because this huge gap up, and we actually see a red candle here. As you can see here, we opened here at $3.04. We shot all the way up to $3.22, but we closed here at $2.78. That's still a gain, guys. And anytime things like that happen, and it shows us a red aftermarket, 9 times out of 10, we're going to find ourselves in a swing cycle. So you will have opportunity almost every day to buy at the low and sell at a high. Whether that becomes a swing where you buy at the low one on a Wednesday and you are able to sell at a nice high on Thursday or Friday, guys. So we will see that type of price action here in NCNA. Okay, now guys, far as our challenge goes, everyone that is a part of the 1K to 100K challenge and 15 trades or less, the pace that we are on, guys, because we're still holding CEI. A lot of us are well over 100% gain. A lot of us are over 200% gain. Okay, guys. My situation, man, almost hit over 800% gain today, guys. Was close to seeing that 800% gain on my position. You guys know I sold 20% of my CEI. I sold 20% of my CEI right around the high twos, okay? The high twos. I did cash in some like at $2 some change. Or am I? Is that? Oh, I'm getting the stocks mixed up, guys. I'm getting the stocks mixed up. At CEI, we did some at $22.97. I was hoping at the 310, guys. But what happened with that morning, we did see some. Well, I foresaw, guys, that we were going to see prices above that 52-week high, which was at $3.10. Okay, and I've been preaching this for a long time, ever since we made the major buy alert on CEI. CEI was under 50 cents. I got a 47-cent cost average here. Okay, so with that being said, guys, With that being said, moving forward, what was happening in that pre-market, guys, I was 100% sure we was going to go past that $3.10, and that is exactly what we did. In fact, guys, we hit that $3.44 on yesterday's trading. And today, to my surprise, like I told you guys, I wasn't around my phone. I left it at home. And when I left home, guys, I was just so mad that I didn't bring my phone. I was worried about what was going on in CEI. Okay, I was expecting to see that $3.80 today. Okay, that was what I was expecting. And to come home and see that this thing ran all the way up to $4.85, guys. CEI, man, is putting us above schedule. Okay, in fact, guys, we were banking on, if we do the math, guys, if we can take home 100% on each trade by the 15th, guys, it would not be 100K. Sorry to say, guys, it would be close towards $14 million. Okay, if we can catch 100% on each trade. Now, seeing how high we are up on CEI, guys, we are much above schedule to hit that 100K. Okay, guys, so not every play is going to have to bring back 400% gain for us. Okay, guys, if that happens, we'll be able to make a lot of money, but everything doesn't happen that way, guys. We're going to be in plays that we're only going to be able to shake 30%, sometimes 40, stuff like that, guys. But seeing what is going on with CEI, guys, we're going to continue to ride this light. Okay, now a lot of people are wondering, what is the third trade? Okay, guys, the way that CEI is moving right now, we're not even too worried about the third trade just yet, guys. In fact, it is very easy right now to find these type of stocks that is moving like this, guys. So we're not going to, once we lay CEI down, guys, and we milk it for the most we can get here, guys, do not expect right away for us to be on the third trade, guys, due to the fact that we have to be accurate on each and every play, guys. We're not trying to move backwards. We're not trying to hold any bags, guys. In fact, we are trying to pick the right stock at the right time each and every play. So with us holding CEI, guys, and you got over 300% gain, 400% gain, 200% gain, guys. Like I was telling you, when you're up that high, that is where you want to shave and lock in some of those gains. Now, anyone that is up over 100%, let's say you're under 200%, but you're over 100%, guys, you want to lock in 20%. Okay. Anything above that, let's say you're in the 300%, guys, you want to be locking in 60%. Now, me personally, guys, I'm going to sell, because I already sold 20% of it, guys. I'm going to sell 60% of it once I see that CEI is coming towards its cool down, and then I'm going to leave the last 20% in there for the ride. Due to the fact, guys, if you add up the math, I did make more than my initial deposit by a multiple, and we still have a nice low 47-cent cost average in CEI. So for instance, once CEI reached levels of $10 and stuff like that, guys, all it's going to take is a 4% spike to double my money. So that is a real reason why I tell you guys all the time, you do not want to sell out your position and buy back in, because you're only hurting your cost average. Okay, guys, you want to lock in some gains, keep that low cost average, due to the fact that further down the line, it's going to see multiples on little percent gains, guys. So keep that in mind, man. Now, I'm going to talk about COG here really quickly. One more time for gas. COG, like I was telling you guys, COG is seeing a nice gradual gain. Now, we didn't build any support levels between the, let's see, the 9th of this month and the 27th of last month. We didn't build any support between that time, but we are building support during this area, guys. So with that being said, my buying level for this stock, for anyone that is looking to make a huge purchase, you want to wait till $18, around that price, guys. Do not jump in it right now, but if you do decide to, guys, like I've been teaching you guys from day one, 10% is your initial buy-in in any stock like this that is seeing a huge rally like this, guys. 10% is your initial buy-in, so you can average down your costs if that comes about. You do not want to go in and use 80% of your buying power and hope to average down, buy a decent dip with only 20% of your buying power left, guys. It just doesn't work that way, okay? So stock like this, you only want to buy it on a red day anyways. So my suggestion to anyone out there, I would wait for this thing to cool down, because we're going to see a cool down here pretty soon. And once it cools down, guys, it will be on its next leg up, okay? Now, this thing is having a merger. The energy says specific merger. Let's check that out, guys. Merger announcement. Cobalt, oil, and gas. Energy shareholders approve merger. So, merger coming here pretty soon. Now, we saw what happened with SPRT, guys. So, if you're looking at this news, please do not look at this and think, oh, it's for sure money. Now, the only difference between this and SPRT, guys, SPRT was seeing a downtrend once we were getting close towards that merger. So that was a huge indicator that it was going to see some downfall once it happened completely, guys. I know a lot of people did hold their shares through that merger and woke up the next morning disappointed at themselves. So do not be that guy, guys. Do not bet all in on this merger. But one thing about the oil company, guys, oil is up right now. Oil is at a high right now, guys. So even though that we are switching over to EV, guys, oil is always going to have to be around to lubricate those gears. And people is still going to drive gas powered cars. So a stock like this isn't going to go anywhere no time soon. Oil is needed in mostly everything mechanical, guys. So that being said, this is a investment, guys, not a trade. Look for this thing in the long term. Okay, do not play this thing like a trade, because you will be disappointed. But I do want to check out these financials, though. Like I said, a nice investment, guys. Debt to asset is quite high, 50%. But we saw stocks with way higher than that, guys, that was doing good overall. But a stock like this is going to have a debt here in the stock, guys, due to the industry that they are in. Okay, a lot of stocks that don't have debt in it are usually consumer stocks, guys. So a stock like this, seeing that debt to asset isn't too concerning, but what is catching my eyes is total assets outweighing the total liabilities. And this is in billions, guys. Billions. Let's check out that income statement and look at that revenue. Revenue is lower from the quarter before, but if we look the year over, guys, we do see pretty close. I mean, this one is 332 and this one is 324. 324. So, I mean, it's a little bit lower. Oh, one moment, guys. Just checking out your guys' chats here. Hold on, check out this one really quickly. We already did that one, okay. But like I was saying, COG, yeah, this is an investment. I like the balance sheet as well as that revenue. Okay, now what I want to look at now, guys, we're going to take a look here at let's see, we're going to look here at, let's see a good stock to look at, guys. We're going to talk about BBIG. We're going to look here at BBIG, guys. As you can see here, BBIG is in a downtrend, guys. A lot of people been talking that BBIG talk. But if you look here at these key indicators, we do see the volume, under volume today. Not only that, guys, that turnover rate isn't in our favor due to the fact that this thing is in an overall downtrend. So we want to see a low turnover rate when we see that happen, guys. But looking here at that range, I do like that number. Looking here at the analysis from the order flow distribution from today, the large scale orders in the last 5 days isn't in our favor whatsoever. In fact, that is really doing damage to BBIG. Now, we do see some selling pressure on the medium as well as the small, but what's really brought this stock down today was that large scale deficit. And that was a huge one, guys. Huge, huge, huge. We take a look here at the institutional holdings, guys. It's not too much. They only own 4.43% of the shares outstanding. That's only 4.31 million, which isn't a lot whatsoever. They do not have a huge presence here in the stock. With that being said, guys, the main focus here is the retail investor. And if the retail investor can get their early seat here, guys, you do not have to worry about the hedge funds dropping the price lower than your average cost, guys. You got to be there before the institutions, always, guys. If you're there before the institutions, if you have a cost average lower than the institutions, guys, you are going to outdo the market easily just off that one play alone, guys. Now, once an institution load up in a situation like this, guys, it will push the stock up, and the institutions tend to hold their shares with no emotions much better than the retail investors, so they can hold through these type of droughts. Okay, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button on your way in here, okay? Don't forget, smash that like button ASAP, guys. I know you guys got it in you. Just smash that like button. Because we currently have, let's check it out. Let's see here, guys. We currently have 253 thumbs up, 5 thumbs down, most likely AMC shareholders. Yeah, I see ON. I'm going on Reggie. ONDS. What is that? Is that a stock? My money is still being held up in KARA Nrvo. KARA, man, long-term investment, brother. One thing about KARA, guys, like I was telling you, the reason why we shift to that second play is due to the fact that KARA is a long-term investment, guys. We have to look at this thing at the long run due to the fact that the reason why the institutions are still hanging around here, guys, because they're waiting to hear that revenue on Korsova. Now, Korsova goes on the market first quarter 2022, and we should hear that revenue report right after that. Quarter 2, we should hear that quarter 1 revenue. Now, far as that goes, this is how the institutions play it, guys. They know for a fact a product like that with no rival competitors, okay? KARA offers, just recently got a FDA approval for a drug that doesn't have any rival competitors. No one else sells a drug in that field. So institutions are smart, guys. Like you guys know, it takes 12 years, between 12 and 14 years, to actually start research on a drug and get it approved. Okay, so institutions be in these stocks for the long haul. Now, once this thing got approved, institutions did lock in some gains, guys, and that is why this thing came down from that high. The high was $18.25, and we closed here at $14.88. Institutions didn't sell off, guys. They only locked in some gains, and if you ask me, they deserve it. They're the one that kept this stock afloat, holding their ground and positioning this stock, guys, through the good and the bad. When KARA actually had an announcement that one of the trials was basic for Korsova, when the trial was late, okay, and it got postponed, guys, this stock shot from $25, well, $26.10, and shot all the way down to, as you can see here, $13, guys. $13. So with that being said, moving forward, the way that you want to hold KARA, guys, you want to at least hold KARA until, if you ask me, guys, I'm holding this thing until I see and hear about that approval for the oral form of Korsova, because you guys know that we did get the injection form approved. So the oral form, which is going to be an over-the-counter drug, they bring in a lot of revenue, huge amounts of revenue. So we should be holding until then. Now, my boy Drew wants to talk about, and shout out to American Dream for that super chat. It really does go a long way. Okay, USWS for my boy Drew Peterson. Okay, now this stock saw some buying pressure on it. As you can see here, this thing opened on today's trading 88 cent, and we saw a high $1.20. Now we did retract from that high, as you can see. Looking here at the 1 minute chart, whoa, huge institutional pullouts I see. Looking here at the 1 minute chart, guys, as you can see here, let's check out this pre-market. Aftermarket did see some buying and selling, very volatile in the pre and after. But as you can see here, man, buying pressure right out the gate. Trading jumped above the VWAP. We were trading comfortably above that until this institutional pullout came about. Okay, this institutional pullout feels as though they made a decent amount of money on today's trading. Now, this candle could have been put in yesterday or today. They tend to pull in and pull out in 48 hours, guys. They tend to not sit around long, especially when they don't have a huge presence here. But as you can see here, guys, more institutional pullouts would really drove the price down on its buying off its selling pressure. That alone right there was just devastating. Okay, that did play a huge part here. Now, looking here in the aftermarket though, you can see here we do see some buying pressure here going on in the aftermarket hours, guys. So we're currently sitting here at, let's pull up these key statistics. We're currently sitting here, guys, at $1.06. Okay, we do see that turnover rate being not ideal. Okay, that range rate is a little bit high as well, guys, a little bit high for my liking. If we look here at, let's take a look here at the day chart, pull up that order flow distribution, guys. Okay, as you can see here, we do see some buying pressure on the large scale. But if we look here at the medium, guys, we see some buying as well. If we look here at the small, we see some buying as well, guys. But what we do have to take into consideration is the large scale orders in the last 5 days isn't so much in our favor at the moment. But moving forward, I do believe that this stock does have a very great chance to see another phenomenal day. Hopefully tomorrow it holds up. Okay, because as you can see here with the volume today, guys, it was tremendous. And seeing that this thing is seeing an uptrend during the aftermarket hours, after this type of trading, this stock too can find itself in a swing cycle, guys, meaning a lot of the time you will be able to buy the open and sell during a trading day high, guys. Okay, that is the type of day traders are going to flock to a stock like this. Okay. Now, guys, we are going to hang this one up. But before I let you guys go, I want you guys to know, if you are in the Discord, like I said before in this video, you do not have to pay come October 1st. Okay, only people that will be paying an admission, a monthly admission of $10 to be a part of the WSB chat, the 1K to 100K challenge, and 15 trades or less, as well as the 2 other categories, which is raffle and the sports section here in the WSB part of the Discord, guys. You will not have to pay $10 if you're already in, but if you wait until October 1st, guys, we will be charging a $10 a month admission, guys, to be a part of that and to see my alerts early. Not only that, guys, you will have an opportunity to talk to me personally about your positions and moving forward. Okay, guys, so that being said, guys, you guys have a great one, and do not miss tomorrow's videos, guys, as well as tomorrow's rundown and our live stream tomorrow, guys. So you guys have a great one, and don't forget, guys, this is the channel where we make easy money on easy plays. And if your main objective isn't to make money in the stock market, well, you came to the wrong place. Now let's get ready to make some money.